I use a lot of different tunings. I especially like to tune either a half step flat or even a whole step flat a lot of the times, just because it adds a lot of bottom end, and especially if you're playing by yourself like I am now, tune down a lot of times because it's just a fuller sound. But when I was doing the Eric Clapton tour, because he used regular tuning for a lot of this stuff, I wanted to make it sound as different as possible, so I would tune in the D chord or G or an A tuning, sometimes just a natural tuning with a drop D bottom string. I like a lot of tunings because I don't have a lot of theory or technique behind what I do. Tunings a lot of times help me to find chordal things that I wouldn't find normally with regular guitar, because I sort of get stuck in just natural tuning because I start thinking that I have limitations on it, and tunings help me with that because I don't have any limitations because I don't know what I'm doing with it. So it sort of opens up everything for me because I don't have any boundaries and I can just play whatever I want. Being a blues guitarist, in my mind, is a great title. Blues music and blues artist, to me, has been such a pure place. And I know that a lot of people think blues musicians don't have a lot of technique, or it's pretty simple music. I know that when I've played with people that are very schooled musicians and, sort of egotistical, they'll come and say, oh, why would you want to play that? It's so simple, and I mean, all it is this. But they can't play it. They think they can play it, but they actually can't play it, and don't get it. I shot a DVD called Sessions with Eric Clapton, and a portion of that, which was dedicated to the acoustic segment of Robert Johnson songs. And all I'm saying is it took me and Eric Clapton to try and play one Robert Johnson guitar part. It took two people to do that. And so even though it sounds really simple, there's a lot more going on than you actually think. Eric Clapton is one of the greatest guitar players ever, and he had me there to try and get that sort of syncopated, a couple different time signatures going on within one guitar part. And not only that, but he was singing sort of free form over it. So the guitar was this sort of entity that was playing two different patterns, it's extremely difficult, extremely difficult.
Where are you keeping the pick?
Over the years, I've gotten used to just playing with my fingers a lot. It's less harsh sounding to me. Picks are a little harsh for certain things, so for rhythms I'll use my finger, and I always drop it probably in that finger. It wasn't always like that. When I first started out, I would try and hide the pick, and I would usually drop it and then pick it up and forget what I was playing. Yeah, that's sort of the technique, I guess. I don't know. I think my sound comes from my hands and my heart. I'm pretty addicted to pedals and amps and sort of vintage analog sounds. But I think ultimately it comes down to my hands, because when I just plug straight into an amp with a guitar, it doesn't matter what guitar, I still sound like the same guy, and nobody really sounds the way that I do when I just plug straight into an amp. I have a big pedal board back there, but I really use about 2 pedals on it. It's more for a show. I don't want to be known as the blues guy, I want to be known for Doyle Bramhall's music, which runs deeper. It's a wide spectrum. I just want to be known as Doyle Bramhall, the artist.